Today we're checking back in with VeChain's VET coin, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see VeChain go in the near future. Let's get into it. Welcome back into VeChain's VET chart. Guys, if you're looking to buy VET or want some free Bitcoin, there are a couple of links down in the description of today's video. And if you've been following the Bitcoin and the overall crypto market, you would have seen there's been a bit of a pump, and that has, as a result, pumped up as well coins such as VeChain. So the last time we took a look at this coin, it was roughly around here at the end of January, and we expected it to fall out of this reverse flag pattern, which it certainly did, and dropped to, I suppose, roughly about where we expected. It did go sideways as opposed to down, which is beneficial, but of course it wasn't looking too strong. But recently we have seen what was a nice little bit of a pump up for the overall market, and of course VET has now jumped as a result of that. We've gone through our first key point of resistance, or a previous support level for us, which was over here roughly at about 59/60 cents. I'm going to chuck that one in place right about there. You can see we've jumped up past that point and got to a high on the 8th of February over here at this point in time being 6.9 cents. And of course, now we are sitting at a value of 6.7 cents. Where can we go from here? Well, I think things realistically are looking significantly more positive. I would have said that we saw a little bit of a flag pattern potentially, form itself here. I'd say it's very minor, but you could consider it technically, I suppose, a bit of a flag in this sort of a sense, a pennant style flag. You've got your one sort of flagpole, of course, followed then by this little triangle pattern, and it's looking like, based on today's doji, most of the price action is actually on the top end. Hopefully we're going to see a little breakout of that now and test this 50-day moving average sitting at 7.1 cents and continue our move upwards. That would be the best case scenario for us at this point in time. I can't see VeChain falling back to, I suppose, this point over here at 5.9 cents, purely due to the fact that the overall crypto market seems to continually now be improving, as opposed to, as we had seen over this entire period, the overall crypto market was flagging a bit. So all in all, not looking too shabby from that perspective. Now, long-term trend, as you can see, is still moving upwards over here. So we're below that point. Ideally, what we want to see is getting back above that point, getting back above and back into that longer-term trend. It's not too far away. If it was hit today, that would be sitting at about 8.3 cents. So certainly doable within a few weeks, as long as the volume starts to pick up a bit more and we see some buying action. Let's have a quick look at a few more indicators as well. RSI first and foremost. Let's have a look at that one. You can see it's jumped up from the oversold range now all the way to a high on the 7th of February of 57.84. Now currently sitting at 55.24. We have plenty of room to continue moving upwards, and hopefully that is certainly what we see in the coming days. Testing that 50-day moving average, sitting now at 7.1 cents. It hasn't gone as crazy as other coins such as SHIB, which jumped 50% in a few days basically. It has instead climbed a bit more slowly. So all in all, not looking too shabby from that perspective there. Let's have a look now as well at the MACD. Always a very good indicator for us. And you can see we obviously had the cross of the 12-day EMA over the 26-day EMA. We may potentially be hollowing out a bit here, but if anything goes on, such as a nice little pump up in buying volume, I suspect the run will continue for an extended period of time, at least until the overall market starts to mellow out and decline or go sideways a bit more. So I expect this green period's not going to end just about here. Even if it does start to mellow out, it should mellow out pretty relaxed, a bit like that I expect, and we will still see a nice shift upwards. Basically, if we do see a break here, we're going to see another big green candle on this point. You can see plenty of price action is certainly occurring here. If I jump to the hourly, we are testing that top end. So ideally what we're going to see is a nice little break of that top end within, I suppose, the next few hours. That would be very important for us. You can see as well, our EMA is crossing almost now the short term above the longer term on the hourly chart. That will be a big catalyst for day traders to buy, massive buying signal. So I really do think that we are about to see a breakout of this point here, of course. So all in all, looking very, very good from that perspective. What is my price target as a result? Well, it's not going to be crazy. It's simply going to be, I want to see us get above 7.1 cents, which is where our 50-day moving average is at the moment. If we're able to do that after breaking out of this triangle, then I think we will be well and truly on our way to getting back into the long-term trend, which, as you can see, has been in place for an extended period of time and is very, very important if we want to see, I suppose, some long-term promising price action from VeChain. That wraps up today's analysis on VeChain's VET coin, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments section below. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you do leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.